Tonight's episode is about the attack of the clones. We touched on this last week, and as you saw, our friend Dale, he had to get in on the action. There was so much that we found out about this that I don't think the general public even thinks is a real possibility that we had to do a couple shows on it. We had to clone our clone show. I know that we want to show you a couple of videos, a few videos, so I want to keep the talking brief. So here's the first one. This was 11 years ago, okay? 11 years ago. That was year what? Who cares? 11 years ago this happened. Check this out.
In the eerie blue light of his secret lab, one of the world's most controversial scientists shows off his creation, cloned human embryos that are genetic carbon copies of their father.
Oh, my babies are doing well. They look beautiful.
Filmed for a TV documentary, Dr. Panagiotis Zavos implants 11 of the embryos in 4 women, one of them British, in the hope of producing the first cloned human being. The procedure is a criminal offence in the UK, but not in this undisclosed Middle Eastern country.
I think we have 3 very good embryos that could be in utero today, and that if implantation is successful as well, and the pregnancy is maintained, as we say in the US, we have a home run.
Dr. Zavos also reveals he's produced cloned embryos from 3 dead people, including Katie, who died in a car crash. He injected her DNA into a cow egg. Dr. Zavos adapted a standard cloning technique for his human patients. He first took an egg from the mother and stripped out the nucleus containing 99.9% of her DNA. He then took a skin cell from the father and extracted the genetic material. That was injected into the empty egg and given a jolt of electricity to form a cloned embryo. Within a matter of days, the embryo would have grown into a ball of 32 cells, which Dr. Zavos implanted into the mother's womb.
So 11 years ago, the guy that created the famous dolly was already in the Middle East, in a country that doesn't prohibit cloning human embryos. If you think this thing isn't a thing, this is as big a thing as anything that is this big a thing.
Well, if 11 years ago this was going on, the technology has improved.
Oh my gosh.
Sure. So let's talk about a different aspect. This is a company out of San Francisco. This is at a convention or a seminar or something. They're giving a demonstration on what they can do with your consciousness. This is PsychoSec out of San Francisco in 2018.
2 years ago. Check it out.
Stack is implanted into the base of the neck, and all of your information, like where you're from, all your experiences, your emotion, who you know, are downloaded onto a DHF called Digital Human Frame. The DHF can then be transferred into one of our organically made sleeves of your choice, and you can basically have your conscious mind but in a different physical body. Sleeves typically last 1 to 100 years. We do different facial features, different body structures, anything you like. The sleeve can do any physical function that you can do, like run, eat, sleep, breathe, burn, drown, anything you can think of, the sleeve can do.
Stack, your consciousness can shift to any sleeve of your choice. Now we have some sample sleeves in the back, or you can choose the sleeve that you are in right now. Now we have modifications, enhancements of these sleeves if you'd like to correct your vision or strengthen your body. We can produce that for you. Or you can choose from a 2018 catalog that PsychoSec already produced sleeves. You have the option to choose between a man or woman sleeve. If you'd like to be a bit taller, a bit shorter, a bit darker, or a bit lighter, you can choose any ethnicity as you wish. Now, if your sleeve becomes damaged or too old for your liking, you can simply take your DHF, your consciousness, and shift it to another cortical stack of another sleeve of your choice. Now, you can think of these sleeves as luxury cars. Our final stage is a sleeve in storage. If you have a photograph or video camera, please don't forget to hashtag PsychoSec. And if you're interested in this technology, we're releasing it February 2nd, 2018.
So that stuff is crazy, right? That's so crazy. It's such a crazy concept to be able to...
What were we just talking about, though? Your consciousness, right now, would be on a chip in this sleeve, they're calling it. Just sounds nasty.
Sounds like something in Joe Biden's playbook.
Ugh. Anyhow, how can you change this consciousness if you're gone? Somebody else got to do it for you?
That's the trick they play on you on this, I think. And that's the trick they're going to play on everyone. They say the word shift, I think. Wasn't it shift?
Yeah.
Here's what's just don't. And if it is this way, then that's crazy. But you don't shift your specific consciousness. What they're doing is taking a snapshot somehow of your consciousness, putting it in someone else, so they have your memories, they would have your knowledge or something like that, and you're not shifting to this other person. If you're a man, you want to shift to a woman and take your consciousness over there, you're not going there. You're still here. That person is now controlling that person with your memories and your abilities and your knowledge. You don't shift. And I think that's the way they're selling it. And the whole thing is wrong.
Yeah, the business plan's crap.
The business plan.
But what I thought you might appreciate about that is that they could make you just a little bit taller.
They could make Dale a little bit taller. That's what he did.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe he went to San Francisco. I think there's actually a company in Canada that has been cloning people for a long, long time. That's probably where Joe Biden came from, or he came from this little place in California. I want to give you one more, and this is on the topic, but a whole shift to the whole thought process of the word cloning. Okay, and this goes to all the fake news media. This is a company called Lyrebird, and they can clone anyone's voice and make it say whatever they want. Check it out.
One of the guys behind this scary innovation is Mexican expat Jose. He taught me the art of the clone.
So you will need to record yourself for a few minutes of audio.
Thousands of letters danced across the amateur author's screen. When you start to eat like this, something is the matter. You guys better quit politics and take in washing. I don't know where that one came from. Okay, so create my digital voice now. Creating your digital voice takes at least 1 minute. 1 minute? My God.
Yeah, so before, to create some artificial voice of someone, you would need to record yourself for at least 8 hours.
Test your voice. All right, so now I get to type something. Even words I never actually said in the first place. Artificial intelligence technology seems to be advancing very quickly. Should we be afraid? I mean, I can definitely hear my voice in there. That's really interesting.
So if you want Donald Trump to say people are liars and suckers, or if you want Donald Trump to say something on tape like, all you gotta do is grab him in there, whoop, whoop, then you could just make him say that. So how are we allowing this to happen is my big question. Why are we not completely aware of this technology? And this goes back to the whole FBI, CIA thing being a bunch of crap, because they're not allowing the public to know that this is a normal thing that private companies are doing, and they're offering. I think the cloning company that made Dolly, they have over 56,000 members that have supposedly done this already. So that goes back to our cloning show that we did. Mm-hmm. Joe Biden is a clone or a sleeve. Absolutely. 100% not the real Joe Biden. Okay? Kabbalah Harris, doubt it. We showed you the pictures. The clone of Bill Gates. Bill Gates has been dead since 2016. Sorry to bust your bubble.
I like to think about the Hunter Biden clone in the game show.
The Hunter Biden clone.
That's not the Hunter Biden that was interviewed after all these things. Like, that's not the same dude, but they had him at the DNC, and we've not seen Hunter. Where's Hunter?
Yeah. Think about this.
Hunter is somewhere safe.
Okay, if you had meth mouth, okay, and you went to a doctor to get your teeth fixed, would you take photos and post them? If you're Joe Biden, the vice president's son, would you post photos of your meth mouth teeth before your procedure and post it to the public? No. That was a fake. That was showing the real Hunter Biden and trying to manipulate the public into thinking that he got his teeth done. No.
So if he got his teeth done, he might have had some cosmetic surgery on his face. No.
No, Hunter Biden is absolutely, if he's not executed as well, he's an absolute clone. His father's a clone. And I don't know about Joe Biden's wife, but if she's having to go along with this whole charade, I like that word better.
Charade.
You can see it in her face when Joe speaks, that she's just
going through the motions. Yeah. Well, I heard that Rudy Giuliani has some big bombs for us tomorrow regarding the Biden crime family. So we'll just catch up then.